We, the jury, in the above entitled cause, find the defendant, Scott Lee Peterson, guilty of the crime of murder of Lacey Denise Peterson.
Unbelievable scene outside the courthouse in Redwood City. There's Scott Peterson during his preliminary in Modesto, and there he is afterwards. Convicted killer. There he is beforehand. Guess what? His death penalty was overturned by the appellate court, and now prosecutors have decided not to retry him for the death penalty, so it will be life without the possibility of parole for Scott Peterson. Posted all this, got your reaction. We begin with our 13th juror comment of the day from Brenda, who says tonight, in this world of bad is now good and good is now bad. Doesn't surprise me. If he's in jail for the rest of his life, then he'll suffer more than being put to death. And Bremner, we hear that argument a lot, usually from criminal defense attorneys during the penalty phase, when they say, ladies and gentlemen, oh, make him suffer, make him think about it every day. It would be worse if you sentence him to life than you make it easy for him with death. How many times have we heard that one, Ann?
About 1 million. Yeah, and so he would have had 25 years on death row anyway. But the death penalty, you were there, I was there, and it's a terrible crime. And I'm really shocked, aren't you, Vinny, that the prosecutors have decided not to go back for the death penalty after the reversal?
Yeah, well, one thing I think is that Lacey's family at this point just wants it in the rearview mirror. They don't want to have to go through it all. But, you know, in this world of crazy appeals and whatnot, who knows what else could happen here. But he gets life without parole. He'll be off death row at this point. Cindy tonight writing, he murdered an innocent woman, his wife, and his unborn son to be with his girlfriend. Life without parole isn't good enough. Death penalty would have been better. Do you see someone like this as the worst of the worst, Rick? Someone who would kill a woman who he's married to, who is pregnant, carrying his son, who they already named, 9 months pregnant, would murder them just so he could live a life with his new girlfriend?
Yeah, Vinny, this is a sociopath who has no remorse and just really no care about the lives of anyone that he harms. If you're willing to kill your wife and your named unborn child, then you'll do just about anything. It's the will of the family, I think, that really changed the tenor of what they were going to do. Here in Florida, we have the Marsy's Law, where the victims get a say, and they get to say in the what happens in the prosecutions and the penalties of victims. And I think just as happened there would likely happen here if the victims came forward. A lot of times they don't want to go through that a second time. It was painful enough the first time.
Oh, it was brutal. It was absolutely brutal for that family first time. It was tough. Gail tonight, I was for the death penalty in the beginning in light of some recent evidence that she could have possibly been killed by the men who burglarized a home across the street the morning she disappeared. It makes me question his guilt. Does he deserve a second trial? And I think Gail has been watching some of these documentaries that come out. A lot of times these documentaries leave out evidence or exaggerate things. I understand it because I'm in the television business. I could take any case where the defendant has been convicted, make one of these documentaries and make you think that the person was wrongfully convicted. And you were there. The burglars, those burglaries, I think, happened days beforehand. I'm trying to remember exactly the time frame. But I think investigators looked at all of that.
Well, they did. Remember, there were the tidal patterns he studied, the anchors that he made, and the fact that he would GPS, that he could go out and look for their bodies to come up in San Francisco Bay. I mean, he was lying to the new girlfriend and saying he was in France and he was a widower. I mean,
I'm at the Eiffel Tower. Amber, I'm at the Eiffel Tower. You've got to see these people celebrating New Year. By the way, if the burglars actually did it, then they would have had to have held on to the body and then decided we are going to frame for murder the manure salesman from Modesto.
Right.
It's absurd. The whole thing's absurd.
Yeah.
Rick King and Bremner, thank you. I know we lost the connection to Michael Sterling. Our thanks to him as well. Please come back soon. Great to have you on the program. Always.
Thank you.